Upstairs in the bedroom of Peter's house, Peter was sound asleep. The covers were tucked tightly around him. Only one ear was not covered up, and it stuck right out so that noises could go right in. At first it was just far-away noises that floated in, and they didn't make sense in Peter's sleepy head. Then it was whirr, 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 the sound of beating eggs. And then it was swish, 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 the sound of mixing in a great big yellow crockery bowl. The sound came in through Peter's one ear that stuck out, and Peter opened one eye and whispered softly to himself,
"Pancakes."
And just then his mommy called,
"Peter, please." "Peter, please, it's pancakes. Peter, don't you know? Peter, when it's pancakes, I stir the batter so. Peter, Peter, it's pancakes, and when the batter's done, please come down for pancakes, or Peter, you'll get none."
By this time, Peter knew his father and mother and sister and brother were already down for breakfast. So Peter popped right out of bed as fast as he could, for he liked pancakes very much indeed. He washed his hands and face, he cleaned his teeth, he pulled on his underwear. He took one look at the rest of his clothing, and he screwed up his forehead like this, and he said,
"Botheration."
And downstairs he ran in his underwear. Bumpity-thumpity down he came, and bumpity-clumpity up to the breakfast table, dressed in his underwear. His sister said, his father said, and his mother said,
"Peter, you run right back upstairs and put your clothes on. You certainly dressed in a hurry."
So Peter ran upstairs again as fast as his legs could go, and there were his clothes waiting for him. His shorts were here, his shirt over there, his socks on the dresser, his shoes on the chair. So he took his shorts, put one leg in and then the other, and pulled and pulled, but he couldn't pull on his shorts. Then he looked down, and what did he see? There were both his feet jammed in one leg of the shorts. And Peter said to himself,
"Peter, Peter, if that's how you wear them, two legs in one, you certainly tear them."
He took them off and started to put them on again. But even while he was putting them on, his father called,
"Peter, please." "Peter, please, it's pancakes. Oh, hurry if you can. Peter, please, it's pancakes. The cakes are in the pan. Peter, Peter, it's pancakes. Get them when they're done. Hurry down for pancakes, or Peter, you'll get none."
And now at last his shorts were on. And Peter looked at the rest of his clothing and screwed up his forehead like this and said,
"Oh, botheration."
And downstairs he ran in his shorts. Bumpity-thumpity down the stairs, bumpity-clumpity up to the breakfast table, dressed in his underwear and his shorts. And his sister said, his father said, and his mother said,
"Peter, you run right back upstairs and get the rest of your clothes on. You certainly must have dressed in a hurry-scurry."
So Peter ran up the stairs again as fast as he could go, and there were his clothes waiting for him. His shirt over there, his socks on the dresser, his shoes on the chair. So he took his striped jersey shirt and pulled it over his head and tried to put his arms through the sleeves. But his arms wouldn't go through the sleeves. He took the jersey off again and looked. And what did he see? The sleeves were all mixed up. And he said to himself,
"Peter, Peter, stop it and then stop it and dress yourself over again."
Then he turned the sleeves right side out and popped the jersey over his head very quickly, and there it was on. But by that time, the most wonderful smells were coming from downstairs, and his sister called up to him,
Peter, please. Peter, please, it's pancakes. Hear them sizzle and fry. Now we're making pancakes. We'll eat them by and by. Peter, Peter, pancakes. And when the cakes are done, better come down for pancakes, or Peter, you'll get none.
Peter looked at the rest of his clothing, but the smell of pancakes was very delicious now, so Peter screwed up his forehead and said,
Oh, botheration.
and bumpity-clumpity he ran downstairs and thumpity-clumpity up to the table, and his sister said, and his father said, and his mother said,
Peter, you run right back upstairs and put the rest of your clothes on. You certainly dressed this morning in a hurry-scurry-flurry.
So Peter ran upstairs again as fast as he could go, and there were the rest of his clothes waiting for him. His socks on the dresser, his shoes on the chair. He pulled on his socks and he picked up one shoe to put it on, but there was a big, hard knot in the shoelace. He gave it a pull, but that only made it all the tighter. And then Peter said to himself,
Peter, Peter, now you must face it. Here is a knot, and you can't unlace it.
and now Peter had an idea. He went to the closet and put on his summer sandals. And then he ran downstairs, bumpity-clumpity-clumpity-thumpity, dressed in his underwear, his shorts, his striped jersey, his socks, and his summer sandals, and up to the table. And no one was there. His sister wasn't there. His father wasn't there. They had all finished their pancakes. Just his mother was there, and she was in the kitchen. When she saw Peter standing there all dressed, she said,
You sit right down, Peter.
Peter sat down. And then on the meat platter, Peter's mother brought in the largest pancake he had ever seen.
Peter, please. Peter, please, it's pancakes, and all the rest are gone. Peter, eat your pancakes, now your clothing's on. Peter, Peter, pancakes, but if you come late, Peter, please remember, pancakes will not wait.
Yes, indeed, said his mother. This time I've made you the biggest pancake. But if you ever come late again, Peter, I'll make the smallest, littlest pancake that was ever made.